Player 2 has entered the game.
Welcome to episode 2 of Player 2 podcast with me, Ben Messenger, and Adam McPherson. Today we're going to be talking about everything E3.
Pretty much. There's a lot to talk about.
So much to talk about.
There's a lot.
I don't know if you want to go like conference by conference or if you just want to go random game by random game.
It's just do like whatever you've got down in your notes. Just
I've got it in my notes conference by conference.
Let's do conference by conference
because I'm just so organised.
But that keeps everything in a nice, neat little package.
I've got Square Enix first.
Okay.
So
not in chronological order then.
No, is that going to be an issue? Oh Christ, the OCD in you is like, nah, it's not happening. Like,
No, it's fine.
Podcast cancelled. We're starting again.
There's not as much in the Square Enix one that I'm overly interested in. Like there wasn't.
I've wrote down a lot of stuff that I just wrote down because it happened, but I wasn't necessarily like, oh, this is. What do you think of Avengers? Marvel's Avengers.
I see what it looks like. Yeah. Like, I mean,
the internet's like really shocked that they don't look like the movie characters, but you're like, well, it's
not based on the movie characters. Like I saw a thing with the voice actors, and it's the voice actors from the animated series.
I know. There's Nolan North, and
Troy Baker,
isn't it?
Travis Willingham, Laura Bailey, other ones. Like I know all of them from other stuff. So, like as far as voice actors go, video games, it's royalty basically.
It is, yeah. I know. I mean, the budget looks good, and I mean the quality of the trailer was impressive. There was snippets of gameplay in there, but it wasn't gameplay.
Yeah, it was like that teaser. Oh, we're going to show you kind of how it plays, but
is it going to be like you're playing this one character and then it shifts, and you're playing this the other character for a bit? And
I'm not sure. There was the whole thing
co-op,
of wasn't it like it's only going to release with like a couple of Avengers available, and then like you get
they're going to add
the rest and you hack them.
DLC will be free, wouldn't it? Yeah.
But I think it starts with. I think you're only starting with like Iron Man and Captain America.
Right.
I don't know.
Was it not the original? Was it not 5 or something in the trailer?
I don't know.
That was like, I'm sure it was 5.
I wasn't paying that much attention to be perfectly.
It was like Black Widow, Iron Man,
Hulk.
Captain
Yeah, well, it would
America.
Be 5. Yeah, so
and
probably
4 as well. 4.
Yeah, so you get the 5.
What's weird is the trailer looked really nice. Like visually, it was really impressive. But their faces, not because they weren't the actors. But the animation on their faces was really bad. Like Thor's hair was horrendous.
Yeah.
Like it was like clipping and stuff through his thing, and I was just like, that's weird.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously it's really early and it's technically alpha and stuff.
But it
also looked so nice when you did see an actual bit of gameplay. Like when you seen Hulk like running down the bridge and smashing shit up, I was like, oh, that looks. But then I just think, if it's co-op, it might be cool because then you obviously. But I felt like. Is it going to be as dynamic as this, or is it going to be really linear? And it's like, this is where you're the Hulk for 30 seconds, and you smash your way down this, then you transfer and you're Tony, and this is the flying portion.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
I mean, it depends on what kind of game it is. It looks like, I would imagine it's going to be like a third-person brawler type game. But it'd be interesting if it was like dungeon-based, like Diablo style.
If it's going to be a game where they're going to keep releasing characters, how do they keep you coming back?
Yeah, like do you go back and play the previous levels for new loot, or
I don't. Yeah.
It'll be loot, won't it? All the DLC's free, so it's going to be microtransactions.
What loot
isn't it?
Can you get like a new
costumes? New costumes, costume pieces.
Oh yeah.
New colours.
Grey Hulk,
Red Hulk, Blue Hulk,
every colour, Rainbow Hulk,
World War Hulk.
Yeah, just Hulk skins, nothing else.
Yeah, just Hulk
We've got
skins.
50 Hulk skins. The new character's Deadpool. Any skins for Deadpool? No, just loads of Hulk skins. We've got a Hulk skin for Deadpool, so Deadpool looks like a skinny Hulk.
Yeah.
No? Just me.
I mean,
I'm down.
Yeah, I mean, that's the way it'll go if they're going to do free.
Absolutely.
Like, characters are going to be free, then they're going to have to monetize. Everything needs to be monetized these days. Like, we'll see.
I mean, it's called Marvel's Avengers, so do you think that they're going to try tie that in maybe with a Marvel Spider-Man crossover? Do you think? Because obviously Avengers like loaned Spider-Man for the film, didn't they, from Sony?
Yeah.
So, and they said they're going to have exclusive Sony content, so maybe that could be Spider-Man.
Yeah, that would make sense.
That would make sense, because that's the incentive to buy it on PlayStation rather than Xbox.
Yeah.
For some people, anyway.
Yeah.
Right,
Like, I think that,
I mean, I saw it and I wasn't waiting for it. I wasn't expecting it, and I was pleasantly surprised. Like, but it's also not necessarily what I'm looking for.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm looking for.
But
like, out of it.
I don't even know what I'm looking for. I was so high. Like, I always try not to get hyped for E3, but then I got excited, and then I was at work the night that it was like kicking off, and work sent us home early just for E3, and I was so happy. I was like, yes, I'm free. And then I was like sitting there, and I was like, I could have got paid. You know what I mean? Like I'm sitting there like watching some of these trailers, like I could have been paid instead of this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not particularly for Square Enix, more for Xbox. I think it was during the time, but like it was just like, oh, okay.
Yeah. What else was shown at Square Enix?
What else did Square Enix show?
Final Fantasy VII
Final
remake.
Fantasy VII was that big one, wasn't it?
Like, I've played Final Fantasy VII.
What do you think about them changing the combat system? Because it's not going to be turn-based, it's going to be more hack and slash, isn't it?
Yeah, I quite like Final Fantasy 15's combat system.
Yeah.
And I think it was a good mix of like, there was like hack and slash, but there was turn-based, so it did like, you could pause
Yeah, you
it
could,
and like
slow-
queue
yeah,
stuff
yeah.
up. And it seems like that's the way this is going to work. It's hack and
Yeah.
slash, and then your again bar thing fills, and that's when you can do like your special moves and stuff.
Visually, it was
Yeah.
amazing.
Is it still episodic?
I don't know, because I read an article recently, and I said it's going to be on 2 discs, but they were saying that like it's a bad thing, and I'm like, well, it's a big fucking game, and it's
Yeah,
a big
but
games
it's-
that get like obviously. A disc space is finite, and games are getting bigger. So
Yeah,
okay,
but
yeah,
I
it's
mean,
2. But it was meant to be episodic, wasn't it? So
yeah,
I don't
so
know.
I don't know if they've
maybe they're gonna
reneged on that and
yeah.
gone back to just being.
That was kind of
Oh.
it for like Square Enix for me, where I think that was worth. Those were like
Yeah,
the 2 that I wrote where like there was other stuff, but I just don't think anything really jumped out at us. So I was like, oh,
What else did they have? I'm trying to think of what else Square Enix had.
but I think
Top
that
of
was
my
the
head, I can't
majority.
remember. Yeah, I don't. Was Dying Light 2?
Dying Light
Square.
2 is Techland.
Yeah.
Dying Light 2 was announced. Well, not announced, but there was more gameplay, wasn't there?
Yeah.
That looks good, but for me, it just looked like a lick of paint overhaul. And then obviously the big
Yeah.
twist is that you're infected now.
Well, you always were in the
Yeah,
first
but
one.
it's just like he's got a wristband thing on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just used to have to get the
Yeah.
injection-y thing.
All right. I can't
In the
even remember
first
the
one.
story.
Uh,
I just remember drop kicking people and laughing.
Yeah.
Drop kicking zombies for 40 minutes and laughing my head off like a child.
Yeah, drop kicking them into spikes and off ledges.
Yeah.
And
then getting like, was it a grappling hook in that one? It was,
Yeah.
wasn't it? The grappling hook.
that
and
made
then-
the game trivial.
Yeah.
to
it
be
did,
fair.
Yeah. A bit game breaking.
Yeah.
What else? It was like Far Cry New Dawn, you get a double jump, breaks the game.
Really?
Absolutely breaks Far Cry.
Yeah.
You can get away from everything, and then people can't escape you because you can just double jump on them.
Yeah.
You can like double jump and like shotgun them through the air and stuff. It's like, okay.
Yeah. Oh well. Game breaking features.
Yeah. I feel like sometimes games do that. You're like, oh, that's a cool feature on paper, but you're like, this doesn't work in the world you've built.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So yeah, Dying Light, I think it'll be fun, but I think it'll be fun in co-op more than particularly just fun on its own.
I think the first one was
Like,
a
I
lot
think
more
that's
fun in
probably its selling point, is it's more Dying Light, which is an excuse to get played.
Yeah,
with
I
your
mean,
friends.
it's got the interesting things of like choosing sides, and it develops
Yeah.
the like the locations.
I'd be interested
and
to see
stuff
if they
and-
improve like the like enemy AI rather than the zombies.
Yeah,
Like the zombies are fine. I expect the zombies to be stupid.
yeah, just
Yeah,
shamble
the zombies,
towards
that's
you.
fine. But like if they improve the actual humans in the world, their AI is more threatening, then that could become more interesting. Because there's like hints in the trailer where it's like alluding to like, oh, I'm standing up for the little man, the person who's being like mistreated, because obviously there's these like, you know,
Yeah,
these Negan-esque gangs who obviously want to run things and they'll kill you if you don't do what they say.
yeah, and then
he's
there's the
there to the rescue.
totalitarian,
Yeah,
and
that whole like,
society
oh,
and stuff.
I'm fighting against the regime.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see. I mean, I'll play it. I think I'll play it. Like
I'll play it.
I
Yeah.
played the first one, enjoyed the first one, never finished it. I kind of
We
always
talked
get
about
to a
this in the
point.
last episode, didn't we? That like they're still making Dead Island 2, apparently.
Yeah,
Still strange.
yeah,
It's weird that they said so recently as well. It was like last month, I think they confirmed that was still coming.
That was still
and then
in the
that
works,
didn't
yeah.
show anything at E3 though. The show, I suppose, if you're pushing down, I suppose that's why Sony isn't pushing Last of Us 2, because they're still pushing Days Gone a little bit.
yeah.
I think you've got to get, because when a game's so similar. What do you think of Sony not being at E3 in general?
I can see why they weren't,
Yeah.
but at the same time, I think it kind of devalues Sony a little bit, because
Yeah.
E3 is the big blowout, the big celebration of gaming as a
exactly,
whole.
yeah.
Like, it's not about, for me, E3 is not about like, I know people say like, oh, who won the conferences and stuff.
Oh yeah, that's
and
always the things.
that's always
Who
the thing,
won
but
this E3?
for me,
yeah.
it's not.
Yeah.
For me, it's this is a chance for them to really show what they've got, and because they are fighting for that who won the conferences, it means they pull out the big guns.
Yeah, of course.
And with Sony not being there, everyone else can kind of go,
One knows nobody to like play guitar or banjo awkwardly on stage. Like,
yeah.
oh.
I think Sony's conference was it last
They're
year?
all a
was
little
weird.
bit awkward, aren't they? There's
Yeah.
always a vein of awkwardness that permeates all of them.
But yeah, I think them not being there is a bit of a loss to E3 as a whole.
Well, I would have been fine with them not doing a conference, but I thought it was strange that they weren't even on the show floor. Like, I would have thought they would have still been there showing games, just not like, oh, we're not going to do a conference, so we don't. But still be like, here's something playable on the floor. Like, here's even just stuff that's out. Normally, like, you'd be like, here's DLC for Days Gone or something. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what you've got currently, you normally have that presence there.
Yeah.
So I thought that was more strange than them not doing a conference. It was the fact that they didn't attend E3.
Yeah, I think they're trying to push
You know
their
what I
own Sony
Yeah.
stuff.
Well, I mean, we'll go into it probably more when we talk about Xbox in particular, but like, I think there's that thing of, we know, obviously because of Xbox's announcement, we know next gen's coming next year.
Yeah.
So because next year's E3 is probably more important for them, I think they'll be back next year.
Yeah.
And I think that might
so.
be why some of the releases for, like, say, Xbox, for example, weren't as good as people were thinking, because they're probably saving it for next gen.
Yeah, and they've got like the dev kits in
Yeah, exactly.
developers' hands already.
Yeah.
So
I mean, the PS5 dev kits are in developers' hands now, so it's like, you're right. So
you're going to see a lot of.
I think next year will definitely be.
Yeah, next year.
Next year will probably be a better E3, arguably.
To be fair, every E3 is always like, I'm always kind of disappointed by it. Like, I kind of look forward to it and look forward to what's going to be revealed.
It's
what's
weird
gonna show,
that you
and
can be
every
burned
year,
so much and yet still go back with
I know.
bright eyes every
year. You think
It
this
turns
year
out
it'll be-
12
This
months.
year it'll be different.
I was going to say, it turns out 12 months you will forget anything. Anything
Yeah.
can be forgiven in 12 months, apparently.
Yeah.
Because every year I'm just like, nah, I'm not going to get hyped. And then it's like doing the 5-minute countdown to the show starting, and I'm like, yeah, it's I love games. Oh, I love video games. And then it starts, and I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like some video games.
Yeah, it's. I don't know. It's always a bit of a disappointment, but I enjoy it. Like,
Yeah.
it's the stuff around it that I kind of like. Like, it is like the game announcements, but it's the little tidbits of like stuff coming in the future that you hear and stuff that excites me the most.
Should we move on to Ubisoft?
Can do.
So Assassin's Creed Orchestra at the start.
Yeah. Stop with the music.
Awkward as well. Like I said, talking about the banjo at Sony's, I was at PlayStation Experience last year, I think it was. Just, I don't get any of this.
No, I
was
think...
it Doom did it? Doom was alright, just because I like rock music more. But I suppose, but still, what was it? It was Bethesda's. Was it?
Last year,
where
and
they had
Andrew
Rage
WK.
and Andrew WK. And Andrew WK is fun as fucking, upbeat as fuck, and he was like really going for it, and I was cutting the crowd, and they're like,
Yeah.
I'm like, well, it's not his crowd, is it really? But it's not anyone's crowd. It's not. You're not going there.
You're not going for music.
It's like Just Dance.
games.
Like anytime they announce Just Dance, there's always like this big dance troupe comes on. It's like, I understand that it's Just Dance, but
It's become a bit of a meme, I think.
It has,
and I think they're kind of just embracing that.
just
Let's just
rolling
do
with
it. Yeah. And it is a big franchise for them. Like, it sells a lot. Like, the newest Just Dance is still being released on Wii.
Yeah,
Like,
of course.
because
Apparently
that's
it's
where
a
people
huge
play it.
seller, like absolutely insanely good. It's probably the only rhythm game that survived, isn't it? Because like they killed everything else.
Yeah. Everything else is gone.
All the Guitar Heroes and
They
it's
were a
mental that
product of time.
that should have lasted way longer, but they just saturated in such a short space of time.
Yeah, they were definitely a product of their time as well,
Oh
I
my
think.
God, yeah. Well, that was weird though. So they did Assassin's Creed Orchestra, and it was like showing you the history of Assassin's Creed. But I thought it was building up to new Assassin's Creed, and then it was like,
Yeah, I'm kind of glad it didn't, though.
I'm glad it didn't.
I
Well,
don't
I
think we
still
need
don't.
one yet.
I don't think that what's it? Not Odyssey. Odyssey. Sorry, yeah. I don't think Odyssey should have launched as soon after Origins as it did.
No, maybe not. I mean, I really like Odyssey, and they're still like updating it, and they're still supporting it and stuff.
I mean,
They're still,
don't get
like-
us wrong. It's not a reflection on the quality of Odyssey. I just think the whole point that they did the 3-year gap was to increase quality, and then they increased quality, and then straight away they were just like, bang, another one straight away. And I was like, oh, I thought you'd changed your cycle.
Yeah.
Like, I thought you were going to give with them so that there was time between it where like I was hyped. And that's a problem. I'm just still not hyped to play an Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, I'm not now. Like, I
Do you
don't
know
know.
what I mean? Not that they're bad or anything. I mean, speaking of Assassin's Creed, their version now is Watch Dogs, isn't it? Watch
Yeah.
Dogs is modern Assassin's Creed, isn't it?
Yeah,
And then
nah,
it's
Watch Dogs Legion looks pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Like,
I think we're probably more interested just because it's in London.
yeah,
We're like, yeah,
well-
finally a British game.
I mean, I always like games that are set in Britain. Obviously,
yeah,
being from Britain, it means that it's a more relatable, like, the city.
To
You
us,
can kind of
yeah.
like, oh, I've been there, I've seen
Yeah.
that.
I
The
know,
thing that
driving
excites-
on the right side of the road. Yeah.
you never drive on any side, the right side of the road in any game. Just drive on whatever side you want,
Stop at
whatever's
lights. Oh.
fastest.
Yeah.
But what excites me about Watch Dogs Legion is the like recruitment
Yeah.
thing. And I know everyone's talking about, oh, you can have a team of grannies, and that's what everyone's going to do. I'm not. I'm going to have a team of like punks and goths and like
what I like
emo
is
kids.
What
and,
was like obviously that trailer was just basically showing you quite. This is exactly what's going to happen in this gameplay demo. I'm not going to tell you moment to moment, but then when they've spoke to the devs after, they've been like, if you're a guy who likes shooting, he's just like, you can pick people who have just gun stats, and that can be your whole squad. If you like hacking and stealth, so it's just
Yeah.
like that absolute freedom of gameplay. Because I mean, like the granny obviously has disadvantages in terms of like she obviously must have no stamina because you can see her run isn't a run.
yeah.
It's like, you know what I mean? And I mean, don't get us wrong, that was funny for like 4 seconds. I'm over it. I'm really over it.
Yeah,
I'm
I-
already bored of the articles about it. Like, I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I'm the same. Like the grannies thing.
Yeah.
Like the thing that excited me was that you can recruit anyone.
Yeah.
Which means
I
that,
like when it obviously does the. I mean, they did this in the other Watch Dogs, where it say a little profile, but obviously the profile is telling you their stats as well now.
Yeah.
So that's really helpful as well.
But
But I
apparently
mean,
you
that's
can-
another thing. I like the way my characters look in a sense as well. So I probably will be picking someone. I'm like, no, you're the aesthetic that I like. So you can join my gang.
yeah. But I mean, I just like the idea of everyone having their own lives and like
Yeah.
becomes like a stalker.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm going to see what this
Well, I
person
like that
gets
you,
up
you
to.
can't just automatically. You don't just walk up and recruit someone. You have to do what they call an onboarding mission. So I like that you have to do something for that person
Yeah.
before they'll.
But then, like, the question I've got is, are these onboarding missions, like, is it a set certain things?
Yeah, are they
Because you
gonna
can
be
recruit
rares?
anyone, so it's like, how do you recruit this granny? Do you have to rescue them from a
Yeah.
gangster, or
That'll be so cool
like,
though if there's like.
does
a
everyone have their
fucking ton-
own?
I was gonna say, yeah, if there's a fucking ton of missions. That'd be cool.
Like-
you need at least 20, 30 plus just to be diverse enough for it to feel like a Legion. Because if you just go and it's like, oh, it's one of 5 missions. Doesn't
Yeah.
matter which NPC you get. It's one of these 5 mission types.
just in a
That'll
slightly
be
different
shit.
location.
Yeah, that'll
and-
be shit. Like,
Yeah,
but
I'd like if there was
but
a lot.
if they do like, oh yeah, we've got, I don't know, 20 generic ones and then fucking 15 really unique ones that are only unique to that one.
Yeah,
Or ideally, obviously, they would all be unique, but you know, I'm not gonna expect the
Yeah.
world from
I mean,
Ubisoft.
how many NPCs are there in the world?
Yeah. I can't expect anything from Ubisoft because I mean, Watch Dogs 1 is the game they burnt on with the
Yeah.
graphical downgrade and. You know?
Oh, definitely.
So it's like they're not, and they did it with Division as well. Division's first
Yeah.
trailer was that wasn't what the Division was.
Yeah, that's true.
You know.
We'll see. We'll see.
I mean, like I say, it looks interesting. Visually, I wasn't blown away. It was just another open world game. I was more the stylistic choices
Yeah.
of the oppressed London and the kind of cyber influence of like drones being more prevalent and
Yeah,
things like that.
and like the
So that
John
was
Wick
cool.
combat.
I was gonna
and-
say I like the John Wick finishes, like the little
Yeah.
flare.
Well, from
open.
what I've read, there's 3 like archetypes.
Yeah.
You've got like assassins, muscle, and like I don't know.
Old
what the-
ladies.
hackers or
Right.
something. And it's like assassins are like they're good at like stealth and
Yeah.
stuff. Your muscles like your firearms
Yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff, and your hackers are your
Yeah.
hackers and drone experts and that sort of thing. But obviously they're saying that you can like not everyone's going to be they're just a hacker. It's like
Yeah.
they could be a hacker and
Yeah.
like
You're gonna need a full balance
Muscle
on
and
you. You're
stuff,
probably
yeah.
gonna need someone who can
so
do.
you can pick and choose your team
Yeah.
based on what skills you require
Yeah.
and stuff. Everyone's going to go with aesthetics.
I think what you're gonna go with is you probably play with someone who either is aesthetically pleasing to you or they suit your playstyle. But then
Yeah.
the rest of your squad might be stuff that you just need.
Yeah.
So like, because I don't know what how quick the character switching is. Is it going to be like GTA when you switch, they're like the other side of the fucking map?
Yeah.
Because that could be a bollock when you're like, but it could, if it's really quick, it could be good because you'd be like, well, this guy can hack us through these doors. then hand change to this dude? Or like, can you take multiple people on a mission? Can you be like, I'm going to take 3 people on this mission? Or does it always individual missions? And
it depends. You probably get the mission and then you decide how to approach it.
Yeah.
I would imagine that the missions are approachable. Like, you don't need to have a hacker, because you could have a full team of people who are only like bruisers and fist fighters, and then like you can't go on a mission where they're expected to hack stuff because they can't. Like, it may be that you can complete that mission by beating the shit out of people.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, I'm down with that. I'm just thinking of every Ubisoft game where it's like an outpost of some sort, and I try and go in stealthy, and then I inevitably fuck that up, and then I have to go guns blazing. So I'm like, do I have to find the guy who's both hacker and marksman? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'll need that like juxtaposition of skills, because otherwise because I can just see myself being like, oh, I'm gonna go all stealth and hack this, and I'll get caught straight away because I'm like, my foot was out where it shouldn't have been. You know, went through the wrong door, and like 6 dudes looked at us, and I'm like, fuck. I'll just hack yours one at a time. Like, I don't have that kind of time.
See how it pans out. I'm excited for it. Not like, ooh, super hype, but I'm like,
I was more impressed than I thought.
Yeah.
I was more impressed than I thought. What? Not so much a problem with Watch Dogs. I thought it was weird that they showed Watch Dogs first, because I think that was their most interesting thing.
Yeah.
At the whole Ubisoft conference. So there's not that there wasn't other interesting stuff, but that was like, that should have been saved till the end. Like, that was the reason to keep watching. Because beyond that, like, going back, if I was to watch that now, having seen it, I'd be like, oh, that's all you needed to see.
Yeah.
Because like a lot of the stuff, like, I've got obviously the other things, and a lot of the stuff are stuff that already exists and it's DLC, or stuff that one knows coming, like Ghost Recon Breakpoint.
Yeah.
Obviously we know that's coming. We didn't really see anything particularly good other than John Berthnall and his dog.
Yeah.
Like, he'd come out and he had a super cool, super tame dog that was just chill as fuck, being on stage in front of loads of people, so he was like, he stole the show.
Yeah.
But the trailer that they showed was just a CG trailer. It wasn't gameplay.
Yeah.
And it didn't show anything. It just announced that there's a beta coming in September.
Yeah, there was nothing new, and then they announced their Delta Squad, just like the online forum.
Yeah.
Like,
and there was the Terminator crossover that they alluded to.
There was a lot of Terminator crossover.
I know, fucking hell, they're really pushing Dark Fate, aren't they?
Yeah.
The new Terminator film, Dark Fate, that just looks shit.
Yeah.
Have you seen the trailer?
I'm interested because Sarah Connor's back.
Yeah,
but there hasn't been a good Terminator film since Terminator 2.
It looks like they're trying to remake Terminator 2, which might be the best thing to do in a sense, but it's probably not.
No, probably not.
And I think the fact that they're smashing the crossovers is like
that's
kind of a hint that
it's a
nobody's
big
going to go
worry,
say this. So if we keep it in your mind, you might come and say it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's a very particular audience they're aiming for with the Terminator film.
Well, I've seen this in like the last episode when I was talking about Sonic, where I'm like, who's that film for? Because it's a kids' film, but kids don't know who Sonic is.
Yeah.
And Terminators are at the same time. Terminators that age now where like it's our generation who watch Terminator, and like, are we all gonna go to the cinema? Like,
no,
not really. I hilariously work in a cinema, but I'm not really the cinema generation. Like, I don't want to go to the cinema anymore. No, and it's not because I work there. Because even when I didn't work there, like, I like lying in bed and watching it on a big screen at home now because I'm old. I'd rather be at home lying down, you know what I mean? So, I don't know. I don't think they're going to get me. They're not going to get me out of my pit for Terminator.
No.
Even if they're putting... Well, I mean, it's just going to be a robot character, isn't it? It's going to be a robot skin on a character, and then that character is going to be... It'll be like a shit horde mode that they stick in Ghost Recon where Terminators come.
Yeah.
And you just fight them. And it's
didn't they do a Predator tie-in in?
Yeah, the Predator tie-in was alright because that was quite interesting. It'd be interesting if they do it like the Predator tie-in, because the Predator tie-in was you go in the jungle and you hunt the Predator and then you fight the Predator, and it's quite hard, it's quite bullet spongy, but obviously it's got all of its perks, so it's like it's going invisible and disappearing and it's coming up and hitting you from behind and stuff. That was interesting. Like, if they do something like that, so it's just one Terminator and he's really fucking hard to fight and you really have to coordinate, but I feel like they'll just do... Here's a fucking ton of Terminators.
Yeah.
Like, hold this point while I'll get to extraction while a bunch of Terminators come.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, so that.
Yeah, like I'm interested in Breakpoint, but
yeah, I'm interested in Breakpoint.
I mean, I see that they've gone back and like, because of community feedback, you've got AI squad mates now rather than being on your own.
Yeah.
Like anything about it. I actually prefer the idea of it being on your own and make the game
well,
a very different experience.
Yeah, you can turn that off though. So
Oh, you
if
can.
Want, you can
That's
just be
good
on
because
your
I
own,
hate
so that's fine.
AI
Yeah.
squad mates. Like
Well, I
they don't
think
do what you want them to do.
They broke Wildlands.
Yeah, because you could just
the
like,
difficulty.
oh, here's this outpost I'm going to take over. Oh, I only need to shoot one person. My squad will take out the other
yeah,
three.
Exactly. So I don't think I'd run with the AI. Well, the thing what was interesting is the first trailer, which is arguably that first gameplay reveal of Breakpoint, which is arguably, the most impressive. That turned me off the game because of the stamina bar and the limping all the time and stuff. I was like, oh, this looks like a fucking chore. I was like that doesn't look fun to me because I'm not really interested in that. I'm not saying that that's not for anyone. It's just not for me personally. And I was just like, that's not doing it for us. I'm not like visually looks cool, but that's probably something I'd watch somebody else play rather than play myself. But then having seen gameplay now, I'm like, oh no, this is Wildlands. This is Wildlands, and you've zoomed the camera in a little bit. It's a bit closer to the character's butt.
It's a bit more grey.
Yeah, and then there's that, and then I'm like, okay, so I'm in.
Yeah.
I do like that they're doing like a fictional island.
Yeah,
so that they can just have it be, because I'm all for it being what's best for gameplay. So
yeah, I'll play it co-op. Like
yeah, absolutely.
Definitely try and play it co-op.
Yeah.
Like not that.
Well, like I said, they announced the betas in September. I think the sign-ups for that now, so worth doing.
Yeah, probably
for the old college try. They also announced a mobile game because there was a lot of mobile games, and I mean, you kind of argue the numbers because mobile is hugely popular, but it does piss us off seeing a mobile game.
It's another aspect
but
of
they
gaming,
did Ghost
isn't it?
Recon Elite Squad, which is like is it like an XCOM-esque
Yeah.
based thing? But it was like all the characters from the universe. So they had like Sam Fisher alongside fucking people from Rainbow Six and
Division agents
and Division agents and
yeah.
And the graphics were fucking like, it wasn't even like Fortnite's got that cartoonish art style. These were just shit graphics.
Yeah,
like
it's fun game.
It probably was the art style, but it was definitely because of the hardware that they were going to be playing on.
Yeah, like phone games people play them. I don't. But it is a big market and it's worth being represented. It is another aspect of gaming. It is another like way to play games and bring people into games. And
I just think like it's fine. I don't. It doesn't interest me, and I think the numbers show that most games that are hugely popular on mobiles are like match 3 games. Where you just match 3 things and it goes down a level, Bejeweled kind of shit. Like those are like Candy Crush. Those are like the most popular games. So like when I think of mobile gaming, I'm just thinking of like middle-aged woman playing that.
Yeah, or idle.
And I'm like, don't get
games.
us wrong, like that's cool. You might put a fucking 100 hours in it, but you're not really a gamer, right?
Yeah.
You're bored.
Yeah, you sat on a train.
Yeah.
You're bored. You need something to do.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Your husband's ignoring you. You're bored.
Yeah.
I'm not telling you how to live, but you're not a gamer. No, they are gamers. I just hate when they're included in surveys because they
skews the numbers.
Like they just skews the numbers into like because that's where the whole
3 billion.
Like it's all
stuff.
females, all gamers. All gamers are female, the majority, and you're like most of them are mobile gamers in those surveys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not many women are playing like PUBG for like 1,000 hours.
No, I mean it's a fair few, but
Not many though.
not
60% of all like
no
of all PC players though. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, moving on to other shooters, Rainbow Six Siege has got DLC.
More content. They've got
Clutch
Clutch Royale?
Yeah.
They showed, which I didn't look into. I
and
played
they've got
Rainbow
another zombie
6.
mode coming as well.
Yeah, quarantine or something.
Yeah, quarantine. That's right. That is right.
It's a 3-player.
But it's weird because it's like I've seen people commenting. They're like, "Oh, why would you put zombies in? Like it breaks the game." And you're like, "But they had zombies in." Did it last Halloween or the Halloween before that?
It's a separate game mode. It's not like they're putting zombies into.
I know it's not like
the
it's
multiplayer
not like you're doing
mode.
like your hostage as a zombie, you know. Or like,
it's not. What was that game? Dead something.
Oh, God.
They released. It was like free to play, or no, it wasn't free to play.
It wasn't free to play. It was like you could buy the single player against the AI, or you could play it against just to buy the multiplayer.
Yeah, what was it called?
It was so bad. It was called
terrible.
Dead something.
Yeah, Dead.
It was a fucking dead game. That's what it was. It was the worst.
Yeah, that's why we can't remember.
Somehow the even zombie AI was bad. Like how do you fuck up zombie AI? But you had these like grenades, didn't you, which would like attract zombies.
Yeah.
And it was so bad. It was like
Dead Alliance or something. No, I don't know.
Yeah, I think
I can't remember what it was called.
I think it might have been Dead Alliance.
I don't really care what it was called.
But
If
yeah,
I'm being
it was
completely
like-
honest, it wasn't good.
Not even 360 quality, was it?
No. So yeah, like it's not going to be that. It's going to be a 3-player co-op.
Obviously, I've got
Horde
Just
mode.
Dance literally announced, which we've already talked about. More DLC coming for Honor, which is good.
Yeah, I reinstalled For Honor because I saw it like at
Yeah.
E3 and I was like, I haven't played that in ages, and I always really enjoyed
Yeah,
it.
it's
Um,
definitely your type of game.
I couldn't even get into a game. It said high activity on like Dominion.
Yeah,
I waited 7 minutes in the queue, and I was like,
yeah, you just
I'm not going to be bothered. I'm not sitting here waiting for 7
No
minutes
way.
to play. It's a shame because I do like it, but if I can't get into a game,
Yeah,
what use is it me
I know.
playing it? So
I don't have
Yeah.
the patience for it anymore. Like, I think I wait about 3 minutes and then I'm like, oh, that game's gone. I'm like, I think I'm not gone because normally I'd be like, okay, it's I'm in the UK and it's 1 in the morning.
yeah,
You know what I mean? But I'll be like, I'll try on Saturday midday, and then if I still kind of get in on like a Saturday midday, I'm like, okay, this game's dead. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's dead here, for example. Like, it's not necessarily dead, but it's dead here.
yeah.
So-
Well, this said like it was like high activity in Dominion, and it was like 7 minutes, and I was just
Yeah.
like, yeah, I'm not waiting that long. I might give it a try over the weekend again, see, because I
Yeah.
do want to play it. Like I did enjoy it.
Well, it is
But-
it is a good game. It's the thing I was talking about Division. Like, I think the reason they made Division 2 was because they fixed the game and the players had all left.
Yeah,
And I think For Honor's suffering that way. It's like they've made the game so much better, but everyone's already gone.
yeah,
And because that's like gamer, like not so much gamers, I suppose, but like casual gamers' attention span is quick to move on. So like if your game's fucked from the start, you're gonna lose like 80% of your
Yeah.
player base that first month. And like you keep your hardcore because you probably keep them anyway, because even if you never fixed it, you probably keep them for longer
yeah,
because
you'd
they're
still keep some,
hardcore.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like for example, like I would say I'm a hardcore Battlefield player. So Battlefield was fucked at launch, but they
Yeah.
kept us because
Yeah,
I love
same.
Battlefield. You know what I mean?
Same, yeah.
But anyone else, like all my other friends stopped playing Battlefield except like you, who's also hardcore.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you and 3 other people, and like everyone else played it that month, and then I've never seen them on it since.
Yeah.
And now it's getting better. People are like, I'm not going back. It's
Yeah, I mean they're
I'll
releasing
catch it on the next one. You know what I mean?
I mean it's released on EA Access now as well. Isn't
Yeah, it is, yeah.
and EA Access is coming to PlayStation.
Yeah.
So
That's big. That's big because like it's big because Sony are having to open the doors because
yeah,
they
and
were
we
being
don't
quite-
see it as good value for customers. Is what their original
Yeah.
line was for it, and
Which
everyone's
is-
going, "What? How?
Yeah.
This is good value
Yeah,
for
no,
customers?"
they were like, we don't say this is good for our ecosystem because we want money.
yeah,
And that's what it was. It's like crossplay, like their hands being pushed, isn't it? Like they're having to do that, and I love that they are having to do that, and I love that EA Access is coming to PlayStation players because it is a great service. It's like £20 a year or $3.99 a month, and it's like what 15 games. 20
yeah, and
games,
you can
something
like
that.
if you're gonna play a new EA game, you get it
Yeah.
like you get it 10 days early,
You
and
get it early, and you get a 10-hour trial on all new games.
Yeah.
And it's just and that's great. Just even the trial, I've done it before. Where like, I mean, I've had it recently for a while, but like I remember when it first came out, it's just I would just pay that 1 month just for the trial for some games because $3.99 for 10 hours of a game. That's cool.
Well,
Like,
I never bought Battlefield 1.
yeah,
I bought the DLC.
yeah,
But I had it through EA
Yeah.
Access
Well,
or
why
EA.
not? Yeah, exactly. Why not?
Like, yeah.
Such a good deal. Battlefield 1's still pretty fun. I played that recently, and that still holds up really well.
There's still players in it? Like,
A lot.
Really?
Because I never go through quick match. I always go through server browser because I always pick a full server, and I had pick like
Wow.
there was like 14 that were full, and I'm like
So
that's
yeah.
up there with 5 to be fair.
yeah.
In terms of like normal
those-
activity,
I wonder if some of those people might
move
move
on
over
now
it's on EA
yeah.
Access. Because I think a lot of those players will have been from EA Access,
Yeah.
I would imagine.
Well, speaking of EA Access, Ubisoft are announcing Ubisoft Pass,
Yes.
which is their version of EA Access.
Only on
But
PC.
it's only on PC at launch anyway.
And I was thinking about this, that like makes sense because I don't think there's any Ubisoft games on Xbox Game Pass.
Yeah,
I would have to double check, but
there is, but
I don't
not
think there's
many.
many.
I think there's like Division.
so I wonder
First
if
Division, I think.
so I wonder if I think that's not on there anymore.
Is it not? Well, it was.
Oh, it might
wasn't
be
it?
on there. I don't know.
It was for a bit.
Yeah, I wonder if they're going to move to try and get it on
Yeah.
other consoles as well.
This
then,
is my
but-
problem with all streaming services. Like we were talking about. I think we talked about it a bit last time. Was like Disney are bringing out theirs this year.
Yeah,
Like Disney Life, and it's just like if everything does a streaming service, I'm back to being in the situation of it's £70 for Sky, like it's £70 for cable because everything's spread across.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, all right, Netflix, 10. All right, Prime, 10. All right, Disney, 30. All right, HBO, 10. Like, and it's just like, oh.
Yeah.
It's like the reason was I wanted to not pay this amount of money.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's kind of happening with the passes a bit.
Yeah, I think you're gonna have to pick and choose. I mean,
That's why Game Pass I think is quite good because it's got such a broad like spectrum of games. Like you're not being like obviously Ubisoft can only put Ubisoft games on.
Yeah, that's
and stuff like that. So
although EA on PC, EA Access
have they got
on
other
PC,
stuff
they've got other stuff, other PC games on there, not just EA stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
So I mean,
what like indies or
just all sorts.
just loads?
Yeah.
That's cool. Oh well, so they're really evolving into more of a Game Pass style model.
And I mean,
well, that's what I don't want. I don't want them all to be because I want me one-stop shop for all me.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's what you do. You want like that one place, like one or two subscriptions. I can kind of see myself.
I think my limit is probably 3 subscriptions for like say a streaming service and 3 subscriptions maybe for a game thing. Yeah, and that's when I'm like, all right, now you're pushing it.
Yeah, I think so. Like I don't want to be spending
because I'm already annoyed now. Like when I've got Netflix and Amazon Prime and like Now TV and stuff, and like I want to watch something specific, and it's not on all 3 of them.
Yeah.
Like you've got to rent it, and I'm like, no, I'm already paying £30 for fucking TV every month. Like no.
The worst is when the first film in the series is on one service.
Oh yeah.
The second one's
on another.
Like on another. The third's
like,
on another.
Or like the second and third are on one, but the first one's nowhere.
Yeah.
And you're just like, oh, come on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So
I'm not advocating for illegal downloads.
So yeah, Uplay plus
yeah
pricing and stuff, and if it's on PC,
I hope it comes to console because I'd probably be inclined to buy it in terms of like playing the new Assassin's Creed because I just kind of I wouldn't even spend £15 on a new Assassin's Creed right now, but I'd spend £3 a month to be able to play one of them or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because in a month I'd smash it. You know what I mean? I'd smash it in a week or 2 weeks.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. But like, obviously I want to talk about Game Pass and stuff, but we'll save that.
I think Xbox is probably going to be the last thing we talk about because that's probably the big one, isn't it?
Yeah.
So they also announced a free-to-play game called Roller Champions, which is like a roller derby game.
Yeah, like Rocket League on roller
skates with like a Fortnite art style. Meh.
Yeah.
Meh.
I don't have much to say about it, if I'm being
Haven't
honest.
played it, didn't download it, could have. Didn't really sell us at all.
No.
Didn't feel like it was for me.
Yeah, I don't think it's for me. Yeah.
Didn't look bad, looked functionally sound.
Yeah, it'd be...
I'm not a big sports person anyway, not that it's like a hardcore sport or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like it's football or freaking, you know. But I'm not, it never, like, Rocket League didn't have us. Like, people are like, oh, for people who don't like football, you might like Rocket League. I'm like, nah, I don't really like
I like Rocket League.
but, like, Rocket
football
League is
as well,
good,
so.
and I understand the appeal of Rocket League, and I'm totally fine with this. So, like, Rocket League, I think, is great. What they've done is they haven't made, like, Rocket League 6.
Yeah.
They're not like, yeah, here's Rocket League 7, like, every year. Like, they're not... They've just been like, here's more DLC for Rocket League 1. Here's more... Like, they just did Ghostbusters crossover.
Yeah.
And it's like, I think that's really cool, that the way they support that game. So I'm happy with that sense. It's just not for me. That's fine.
Well, not everything is
but it's,
for
you know
everyone.
what I mean? But that's good. And that's what I felt like with Roller Champions. It's like, yeah, there's a place for that.
Yeah.
I don't think it will do as well as, say, Rocket League, though.
No, I don't think it will. I think it's trying to grab some
I think
of that
Ubisoft
limelight,
just
but-
need to try and get a foothold in free-to-play, don't they?
Yeah.
And they're just saying what will stick.
Yeah, I think so.
You know what I mean? Because they do. A company that big you want one. You know what I mean? Like EA have got Apex now, haven't they? You know?
Yeah.
Like you need one because they're just such a good moneymaker.
Yeah.
And the art style is really good because the cosmetics will probably be brilliant in that game. Because that's one of the things I really liked about Fortnite. Like when we used to play Fortnite. Was I loved the outfits.
Yeah.
It was so good. They were so interesting and varied. And
Yeah, and like that art,
rip off.
that,
So expensive. £15 for one
but
outfit.
that art style leads to a bit more variety. Like you can get away with more variety than in a sort of more realistic setting. So yeah, we'll see where.
Yeah. So the last thing I've got for Ubisoft was Gods and Monsters, which
God knows what that is.
just looked like kind of like Zelda.
Yeah, like or Shadows of the Colossus style.
Or Shadow of the Colossus, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
we were saying that actually when I picked it up in the car. We were just saying how there was a lot of trailers that didn't really show gameplay. but they didn't also tell you anything.
Yeah, like that
So
one.
it was just like, here's a name. You're like, well, what the fuck?
Yeah,
What is that?
Like, I think if you're going to be showing something and it's a new IP and stuff, you can't. I don't think you can just show a teaser like that. People need to know kind of what it's
I
about.
think a teaser should only work when the brand's established.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So like, if they'd said new Rainbow Six and nothing else, that would have been a good teaser.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if they said like Rainbow Six Siege 2 and nothing else,
Mm-hmm.
that would have been fine teaser because you're like established brand, know
Yeah.
what it is.
people know what it is. People know
Or
how
even
it
just
plays.
said like, even if it just Rainbow Six Vegas, because we haven't had a Vegas game for a while. If it just said Vegas coming, whatever, you'd be like, wow, Vegas game, and you kind of know what it is, kind
Yeah.
of. You know what I mean? Whereas like when it's you never heard of it, it's like, wow, gods and monsters, or is it God and monsters? Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't comment
Yay or
on...
nay? You tell me.
Yeah, like what?
Yeah.
What is it?
Tell me more about the and. Like,
Yeah.
Let's go.
I need to know what it is before I
Yeah.
say whether I'd be interested or not. Like,
I think there is a space because, like obviously Zelda's only on Nintendo.
yeah.
So obviously, I mean, you can get it.
but
You can get
there's
it dodgily
plenty
on.
of other Zelda type games.
Oh yeah, but I
out
still
there.
think there's a space to like copy that style. Like
Yeah.
if you made a cell shaded game and it was like Zelda Breath of the Wild, exactly kind of same mechanics, but it was just completely new, made up characters and names and stuff, and it was a whole new. I think I'd probably be interested because Breath of the Wild was so good, and if it was really comparable to Breath of the Wild, but it was like, oh, this plays on Xbox One, and it's in 4K or something, I'd probably be like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because I really wanted to play Breath of the Wild, but I'm not going to buy a Switch for one game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, I'm the same.
Like I nearly bought a Wii U because it's on the Wii U as well.
Yeah,
and I was
I
like,
was
I'll
the
just
same,
get a
but
Wii
I'm
U
like,
for second hand,
I'm
but then
buying it for one
sin,
game.
but then it was still like 60 quid, and I was like, I'm not paying 60 quid, and that was before I bought the game. I was just like, I'm not paying 60 quid for one game. It's 100
Yeah.
quid. Like,
No,
and it was more
I'm the same.
principle than the price. It was just like, this is just silly. You're being,
Yeah,
I'm like, you're being silly, Ben. And I was like, oh, but I really want to play this game, but yeah. So the other thing I've got, the next one, big one, is the PC gaming show,
Yeah.
which is always one of the most awkward ones I find. It was
Yeah.
weird, like kind of like a T-shaped catwalk, and you'd kind of lead whoever the developer was for the game out on the catwalk, but he'd be talking as he was walking down the catwalk.
Yeah.
And I was like leaning in, like, is this started? Like what? There's no one on stage while the talking started. And he's like, oh, and this next game, and you're like, whoa, like, oh, you're on a time limit. Like,
Yeah, there's a few things in that one that I'm interested in. Obviously, Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines
Yeah.
2. I love the first one.
yeah.
I'm a big Vampire the Masquerade fan. Like, I played the tabletop when I was like 16.
Right.
I even got a Vampire Masquerade tattoo. Like, I love that
Yeah.
universe, like the World of Darkness. Like, so I'm really excited and looking
Yeah.
forward to that.
Tell me what that game is then, because I've never had
Right.
any.
Well, so Vampire the Masquerade started off as a tabletop RPG
Yeah.
by a company called White Wolf.
Right.
And they had like Vampire the Masquerade, Hunter the Reckoning, Werewolf the Ascension, Werewolf the Apocalypse, Mage the Ascension, and like all this universe. It was all built around the real world,
Yeah.
but supernatural stuff is real. So vampires are real.
Yeah.
The Masquerade is a sort of code of rules that a group of vampires say, like, not let everyone know that vampires exist.
Right,
so,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
if you were to break the Masquerade, you would be punished and
okay.
that sort of thing. And it's all like, don't kill people, don't feed on people in public, and that sort of thing.
Yeah. These are the rules of Fight Club.
Yeah, basically.
Fight Club, yeah.
Like, it's split into, like, 3 factions, essentially. So you've got the Camarilla, or Camarilla, however you want to pronounce it, who are the ones who uphold the Masquerade and adhere to it. You've got the Sabbat, who are the people who are the vampires who are like, we're vampires. Like,
Yeah.
the world know that we're vampires.
Yeah.
Like, we are
It's
better than
obvious.
they are.
Yeah.
And then there's the Independents, who are just trying to, like, survive in the shadows.
Right.
And within there, you've got different clans, and all the clans. It's basically like clans are your classes.
Right.
So your clans have different powers. So you've got the Bruja, who are all about punching people in the face.
Sold.
You've got the Gangrel, who are all about like animal shapes and like shifting into animals and very wolf-like. You've got the Malkavians, they're all mad, like they're all insane, like they're.
Is that why that wrestler was called Gangrel?
Yeah, he took that name from.
Yeah, I was thinking that's
Yeah.
probably why, isn't it? Yeah, that makes
Um,
sense. Yeah.
So,
So what type of game is it though? Is it like
it's an
turn-based
RPG.
or?
No, it's an
Oh,
RPG.
right,
So
okay.
it's the Bloodlines
third
one was a
person,
first person.
First person, all right.
It was the first game outside of Half-Life 2 to be in the Source engine.
Okay.
It had a lot of bugs,
Yeah.
but was still very good.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a first person
And I
RPG.
presume it's got much better over time.
Yeah, yeah. Like the first one, there's been some like fan patches and stuff. They've like restored missing content and fixed bugs.
All right.
They've actually made it a really good game.
Yeah, that's sweet, man.
So yeah, I'm excited to see more of that. Like,
Yeah, man.
I love that universe. Love
So that's like a big one for you then, isn't
yeah,
it? Really?
it's pretty good. And I mean, obviously it was announced months ago.
Yeah.
But just seeing like a bit more about it
Yeah.
and stuff, really good. The other one was Baldur's Gate 3,
Yeah.
which has me quite excited. Like Baldur's Gate and
Well,
Baldur's
I was
Gate 2.
looking at Divinity Original Sin 2 because like someone at work was like, "You've got to play Divinity," and I was like, "That's not really my type of game." And they were just like, "No, you'll really enjoy it." And apparently, like that was like a kind of spiritual successor to Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, it is.
And then obviously now that Baldur's Gate 3 is coming out, and then everyone really enjoyed Divinity Original Sin, and they've seen how good a modern version of that game can be. They're just like, "Wow, Baldur's
Yeah.
Gate's going to be unreal." Apparently,
Yeah, because well,
this is just words to me, by the way.
like,
But yeah.
Divinity Original Sin. I haven't played 2. Played the first one. I really
Yeah.
enjoyed it. But obviously that's set in a fictional world,
Yeah.
and obviously Baldur's Gate is, but Baldur's Gate's set in the D&D
Universe.
universe, so it's got a lot of lore,
Yeah.
like already pre-made
So is it like
behind
it's
it.
this CRPG and is it turn based?
Turn-based, yeah. So I'm excited for that. Just
Yeah,
more-
that was a
more
big one.
info.
Yeah, I've wrote that down. Yeah, that was like a lot of people are hyped as fuck for that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not one of them. I'm not gonna lie.
I am.
I will look at
I-
Divinity Original Sin. I'll have to watch some gameplay and see if it's something for me. I probably don't have the patience for it because I'm a child with no attention span. I'm
Yeah.
like, if someone's not getting shot in the face or getting their head cut off, I'm like. Speaking of heads cut off, Chivalry 2 has been announced.
Mhm.
I like the look of not Chivalry, but it's out already. Is it
Mordhau.
Mordhau? Yeah, that looks really fun.
Yeah.
And then obviously I watched that. I was like, oh, it's Mordhau.
I honestly, when I saw Mordhau, like when I didn't know what it was called, I just saw some gameplay. I
You
thought,
thought
oh,
it
that's
was
Chivalry
Chivalry.
2.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I was thinking about when I was watching gameplay of Mordhau, and it was like showing hit markers and like little things like you used to sing and shoot us. I was like, yeah, why isn't there a hack and slash version of Battlefield that is as big as Battlefield or
Yeah.
COD though? Like, so maybe it's good that they're starting to get more of a. Because
Yeah.
I would totally play Mordhau or Chivalry 2. Chivalry 1 I've went and watched back and it's janky as fuck.
I used to play a lot of Chivalry on PC. Yeah.
Yeah. But I obviously have watched some old gameplay, but like obviously I'll be interested to try
Yeah.
Mordhau if it comes to console. Chivalry 2, I think that will come to console.
Yeah, well, Chivalry 1's on
So
console, isn't it?
I'll be interested to try that. It looked fun. It looked brutal.
Yeah.
I like heads being cut off. Like I said, I'm a sick man. it looked my kind of violence, you know. So it's good. I like multiplayer stuff, and it looks like the right balance between fun and having interest and skill progression, because it's all about timing your shots and parrying shots and good blocks and.
Yeah, I liked Chivalry. I liked all those
That's why
games.
I couldn't get into Foreigners. I'm not a huge fan of third person. So the fact that this first person appeals to me a lot more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think I'll enjoy that. So that looks good.
Yeah. That'll be
Another game which
interesting.
is third person, which looks alright though, is Remnants of the Ashes. Remnants from the Ashes.
Yeah.
Which is a 3-player co-op game, which they're comparing it to Dark Souls. The Dark Souls of third person shooters. But it just looks like a third person shooter with a
Yeah.
gothic theme, really. But it does look fun, but only in the sense of co-op, I think. I don't think it's a game that would blow you away.
Yeah.
Because there's been games like it, like, what was that one? It's called Immortal Unchained.
Yeah.
It looks like Immortal Unchained, but that would be fun with someone.
Yeah.
It's just terrible on your own.
Yeah.
Do you
Like, I
know?
mean, I love the Dark Souls games, and I love, like, that universe and that aesthetic.
Yeah.
And everything, that gameplay style. Third person shooters, yeah, I can play, give or take, like, I
I've
don't
been
mind.
playing the Division 2 a bit recently just because a friend, like, come on, you got to get Division. I don't want to. He said, come on, it'll be fun because we're playing it.
Mhm.
And then I've actually got into it. And I think it's got some of the best third person shooting I've had. Because I was talking about like third person shooting being really hard to do because it's just a crosshair. And like it doesn't feel responsive, but I don't know how Division have done it, but there's something about the way those crosshairs bounce around. It's just, the get is good. You know what I mean? I'm like, well, that's the dopamine I was looking for. Shake that crosshair, baby. You know, I don't know why, but it works. But I'd be interested to play Remnants of the Ashes, but probably only in co-op.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. Shenmue 3 is an Epic Store exclusive.
Yeah, there was a lot of that actually. There was a lot of that where they were just like, Epic Store exclusive, and nobody was applauding when that was happening.
Like, people don't like exclusivity.
No.
Like,
a lot of it is going to be timed, I think. A lot of it's going to be.
But, like, Shenmue 3 is one that was like, Sony put some money into it.
Yeah.
It still had a Kickstarter, so fans have put money into it. And now Epic have thrown money into it and claimed exclusivity, and it's like, well, hold on a minute. Like, what about these, like, backers? Do they have to get the Epic Store version? Do they have, like, maybe they don't want to have the Epic Store installed? Like, I don't know. Exclusivity's bad.
It is. I mean, it's bad full stop, like, in terms of consoles as well. But, yeah, I think that's the nightmare of PC at the minute, isn't it? Where it's, you have to have 12 launch. It's just this. It's the same argument as the streaming service. Everything wants its own app, and its own streaming.
Because that's how things make money,
and that's how they like keep you locked into our universe, so that you only think about our product and nothing else. This is the problem with games, in a sense. Like, people always talk about value for money. You know, like what's your like dollar to hour ratio of gameplay and things like that. And it's just like, all games, especially games now that it's like games as a service, they just want you to give yourself to this entire, and I just can't do it.
No, I can't.
I can't give myself to like many games. Like, I play a lot of Battlefield, but there's no real progression for us in Battlefield anymore. Like, I just play it for fun.
Yeah.
Like, I'm level capped. There's nothing else. Like, I've unlocked everything I want to unlock. There's only artificial things like skins and things that I don't care about them.
Yeah.
So I'm just playing that for fun. That's the only game that I've recently sunk a lot of time into. Everything else, I'll play the campaign, and then once that's over, like, so like we're playing Division and we're playing the story mode. I know for a fact though, I'm not going to finish the story mode and then re-grind those missions to get incrementally better gear.
Yeah.
Like, as much as I am enjoying the gameplay, same with Borderlands 3, I'm hyped as fuck for Borderlands 3. Same with that, I'll play it, and I'll probably finish it, but I'll not.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be like, I have to do 6 playthroughs and like do a different build each time and incrementally get strong.
I like those games, but I tend to like them for that end game stuff. Yeah. Like, I rush through a lot of games that have like, because the game doesn't start till the end game. Yeah. Like Monster Hunter World, like the story is it's average, but it's when you get to like,
that's a game that you're playing for the gameplay.
Yeah,
just because it's epic.
But it's also you're playing it to get better loot and get a gear. If that makes
so you
sense.
Can fight something
get
bigger,
better gear. So you can fight stuff bigger and stronger stuff, and like, I like that gameplay loop. It's the reason I like Diablo. It's like running rifts in Diablo 3.
I like that loop. It's just there's just too many games now for us to give all of the time to one of those games now.
Yeah.
Because every single game wants all of your time. I mean, I understand that is how they make money, but it's just like, there's a new game out arguably every 2 months that is literally a 100-hour game. And at least 100 hours is probably like one playthrough on some games, you know what I mean? If you're like a completionist, or it's like I say, if it's a looter shooter, then that is 100 hours is nothing in a looter shooter.
Yeah.
Or, well, just in any kind of looter game, like, it doesn't have to be a shooter, it could be hack and slash, it could be top down, just any kind of RPG looting system. They're meant to invariably be played endlessly. Yeah. And I understand why they're like that, but it's also like, I cannot do that anymore. There's too many games that I don't have the attention span anymore. I think there was a time where I was like, I used to always smash that game, and then I think back and I was like, no, it's because I was a kid and I wasn't in control of the games I bought. So like, I would be like, can I have this for Christmas? It might be like, my birthday's the middle of the year, so it's 6 months until another present when you're poor. You know what I mean? So it'd be like, well, I'm not getting a game for 6 months, so I best get this game that lasts 6 months. Yeah. You know what I mean? Whereas that's obviously that not being an issue now. Not that I'm not poor, it's just that it's a lot more accessible when you're an adult and you choose what you buy. You know, I'll just not eat this week, it's fine. You know what I mean? I'm kidding, do I look like a man who doesn't eat? I'll just not drink water this week, it's fine. We'll just not pay the water bill, it's fine. I'll buy this game instead. But yeah, so I just kind of give me time to stuff.
Yeah, I'm the same, so I pick and choose a lot of the times, like, what I'm going to invest that time into.
Like, I think I told you my friend picked up an Xbox. It was just like, you know, like, so we can play. So we're installing all these games. It's like, here's, this game's on Game Pass, it's co-op. This game's on Game Pass, it's co-op. So we downloaded a bunch of them. And we started playing through the Halo 1 campaign, and he was like, I don't feel like I cannot be asked to do all of the Halo campaigns again. As fun as it is, it's just like there's newer games we could be playing. And it's not that it's bad, and it's that whole thing of, it's like the time thing. It's like when someone says, have you watched this TV show? I'm like, how many seasons is it?
Yeah.
And they'll be like, 7 seasons. I'm like, nah. You know what I mean? I was like, nah,
Yeah, no.
that's too much of my life.
Well,
even though I'm arguably wasting my life in other avenues.
Yeah, I know we were talking about that earlier. It's
You know what I mean? It's
I'm not going to invest my time into something that's got
it's just
7-8 seasons.
It's just too much, isn't it? And that's what it's like. Whereas it's like, I can't do that.
Yeah.
So Shenmue, it seems weird to me that they've invested so much money, and yet it's not wildly impressive. What I've seen, like I thought for them, like I didn't realize that much. I knew a lot of money had been invested. I didn't realize it was that much, and it's making us think, well, this should be like fucking Resident Evil 2 looking gorgeous. And it's like, nope, it's the same game running on new hardware.
Yeah, it's a bit of an odd one. Like when I played Shenmue and Shenmue 2 for the first time, like the first one was literally as it just come out. Blew my mind. Going back, it's not a very good game.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Like, it's kind of boring.
Glasses, isn't it? Where
Yeah, like
playing a lot of those games.
I recently
like,
re-downloaded them because they're on Xbox Game Pass. So I re-downloaded them and started playing them. And I started playing 2 because I've played 1 a lot.
Yeah.
I've played 2 maybe twice, I think. So I thought, I'll give it a. And I just started playing it, and they're not good.
It's like tedious.
Like I kind of want to play it again because 3 coming out. Because I do want that story to finish. I want to see the end of that story. Like that's the thing. It's like the end of Shenmue 2. It's just like
you've got that, and you're
waiting
thinking,
for the
but
third one.
you know someone's made a 12-minute video just summing it up for you on YouTube.
Well, they did that when they released the second one because the first one was only on Dreamcast.
Yeah.
The second one released on Dreamcast and Xbox.
Oh, right, okay.
But with the Xbox version, they had a separate disc, which was like all the cutscenes from the first one cut in to give you a recap.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I could just watch a recap, but I'll probably play it. To be fair,
I'll probably force myself through it.
Yeah. What else?
I've got Midnight Ghost Hunt, which it's like a 4v4 kind of humans versus ghosts in a house, and it looks terrible.
Yeah, I think Vermintide 2 Versus was showing up.
PvP,
like it's very similar, like asymmetric multiplayer games.
I don't think that's what anyone wants from Vermintide 2.
I kind of do.
Do you? You want PvP? In Vermintide?
Well, yeah, I loved like Left 4 Dead's PvP.
I think
I played a lot of Left 4 Dead and Left 4 Dead 2's PvP.
Oh, maybe I'm just wrong. I'll concede that I must be wrong.
Like
I don't want PvP.
I kind of PvP. Yeah, I would. I'll play it.
You don't want Midnight Ghost Hunt, though, do you?
No.
The problem with Midnight Ghost Hunt isn't the concept, it was just the delivery. So when I saw it, I was like, this doesn't look new enough.
Yeah.
It looked like an old game running, like it was like here's the concept, but we don't have the quality to back it. The quality just looked crap. Like I feel like if you tied a bigger studio to it and maybe got the Ghostbusters license, then I'd be down, you know what I mean? Like if it had something of worth to it. Just when I saw it, I was just like, buy the numbers.
Yeah,
it's like it's not a bad concept. It isn't a bad concept. It's not necessarily a concept I'm interested in playing though.
Like, if I'm being honest, I don't remember it.
All right, yeah. Well, it's just
like
4v4 and you're ghost hunting in the mansion, and
like
that's how
I watched it.
It was. Oh yeah.
But I can't remember it. I think I was probably at this point I'm pretty burnt out on content like that I've been watching.
There was 2 conferences. I think it was Square Enix and maybe Bethesda. They were the 2 that I just paid the least amount of attention to. I was like already over E3.
Yeah, I think Square Enix was definitely on. Bethesda was very poor as well. It was very poor showing.
So the last 2 that I've got for PC Game Show was Ancestors, which I think is coming to everything, but they were just talking about it.
Yeah, that is coming to everything.
And that's where you're playing
as a monkey.
The monkeys that are just before man, apparently, in the genus or whatever, and it's them surviving.
Yeah.
So you don't just play as one. I think if you die, you just like continue.
You move, it's all about keeping your
like group alive as much.
Going. So you've got to find mates and expand beyond because you can't settle somewhere because you're going to use up all the resources.
Yeah.
So you've got to expand. And
I think that's quite a good concept. And actually, I'm not actually. I think the graphics are fine. Like, I'm like interested in the style of it, and I think that's a good concept, and it could have legs. I need to see more actual gameplay, I think.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen a fair amount of it.
The most I've seen, I think, was like I've seen a big amount, but it was really early alpha. and I was like, I want to see more.
Yeah, I was hoping that you would like evolve, like
Yeah, I know. I was
through
thinking that as
and
well. Yeah,
to like stuff would be quite interesting, but
yeah, and like if you fuck stuff up, you end up like evolving all deformed and shit.
yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Oh, we're the Clubfoot clan and stuff like that. No offense to people with Clubfoot. Such a niche fucking audience to offend.
Yeah.
Imagine if the 7 people watching, one of them's like, you fuck. Of all the things. There's the no reprieve. Anyway, and the last thing I've got for basic Game Show is Zombie Army 4.
Yeah,
Dead War.
War, yeah.
Which is just more...
Zombie Army.
Yeah.
I played a bit of it.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun.
We played a bit of it. It was kind of fun.
Yeah.
I think it's one of those games where it's like some games are just invariably fun with your friends, but they're not necessarily a meaningful, memorable experience. It's just you're shooting shit with your friends.
Yeah.
While you're shooting the shit with your friends.
Yeah, like that's the thing, isn't it? It's the kind of games you can play while. Like you don't have to be totally like, oh, I'm going left, I'm going right. Zombies to the left, zombies to the right. Like, oh, watch the left flank. You can just be like, this is fun.
Yeah.
Mindlessly shooting zombies.
I know there wasn't much
Talking
strategy
shit.
to it because most of the time they were just coming to you forwards.
Yeah.
You were very rarely surrounded. There should be more of that. There should be more hold this point and we're going to slam you from all angles. And instead there's a lot of just, here's a corridor.
Yeah.
Watch us, all 3 of you, who, if you're half competent, just get endless headshots. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I remember it was like it was me, you, and another friend playing. It was just like headshot. It was just like, we were just stealing headshots off each other and stuff. It was just like, there was no challenge.
The only time you missed is when someone else hit first.
Yeah, exactly. But it's still like, it can still be fun games like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's just not deep. That's
Yeah.
a game where I would play it, but I'd play it when it's on Game Pass.
Yeah, same.
I wouldn't. So should we move on to Bethesda?
Yeah.
Dare
might as
we
well.
move on to Bethesda?
Yeah.
So Elder Scrolls Blades, which is already free to play on mobile, is coming to Switch, which is also free to play, that's decent. I suppose.
Yeah. Just more Elder
Not
Scrolls
really,
content for them, like.
So
Yeah, it's a dungeon crawly style old
It's like a
throwback
hack
to the old Elder Scrolls.
yeah, hack and
So-
slash with the remote of the Switch. That was cool motion controls.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Yeah, there's not
nice,
much.
nice to get a free to play game, I suppose.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah, progression crosses over both platforms, which is good, so you can switch back and
that's
forth. I
pretty
thought that
good.
was cool.
Yeah, that's
I like
good.
stuff like that.
Yeah, I like stuff like that as well. Like,
I think that's using technology in a good way.
yeah, you don't need to have 2 different accounts and play
12
two
different accounts and
two
once
different.
your content gets locked to one.
Yeah. Fortnite. So
Fortnite is terrible. It did that to me actually. I got back when we played Fortnite, there was like some skins you could get for logging onto Twitch or something, and I got those and it locked it in my PlayStation account. I wasn't playing on PlayStation.
Yeah.
I just happened to have downloaded it onto PlayStation and played maybe one game, but all my skins went there,
yeah.
and I'm still not over it. It was a shit skin as well, but. Anyway, so they talked about they opened with Fallout 76 actually.
Yeah, that's
Which I thought,
brave.
shit, that was brave.
Very
That
brave.
game's-
Like, that game's dead in the water, surely, isn't it?
Well, they're announcing the Year 2 DLC where basically they're making it the game it should have been.
Yeah. Putting NPCs in.
Well, I mean, outside of E3, well, not so much outside of E3, but not at the conference, Todd Howard, like the head of Bethesda, literally said in an interview, it's like, oh, well, yeah, if you look at how these games launch, like, they don't ever launch in a good state. Like, we knew it was like this going in. You were like, what? You were charging people like £100 for the fucking collector's edition? Did you hear about the whole canvas bag fiasco as well? So it was like, people had ordered thinking they were getting this canvas bag and they got this fucking plastic piece of shit and everyone kicked off. And they were like, oh yeah, it was too expensive for the canvas bag. You're like, I paid £100 for this. Are you kidding?
Wasn't it? Didn't they come out at like some point and say like we're not doing anything about it?
Yeah, they said here's 500 atoms, which is like the in-game currency, but
it's the equivalent of like $3.99.
Yeah, it was like it was fucking nothing.
Yeah.
So everyone kicked off, and then it was like, okay, we're going to do something about it, but it's going to take 6 months.
Yeah.
And those people, it's just coming at 6 months, I think, this month, and they haven't got anything yet. There's no one's received any information or.
Yeah.
So like
that was
the
a
fucking
mess.
people
That was
over
an
there,
absolute
fucking
mess.
terrible. Like it's really damaging to Fallout because up until that point it was quite a strong brand and it was almost charming that game was universally broken. Like it was kind of like, oh, Fallout, expect a bit of clipping in Fallout, expect to fall through the map sometimes
Well,
in
have
Fallout.
you seen there was a guy who did a video on YouTube You should look it up. It's basically a guy documenting like over 1,000 bugs.
Yeah.
And it's a 3-hour-long video, and it's only the bugs that he found.
Oh, shit.
And it's like
That's
3
nuts.
hours of bugs.
I don't know anyone who's
What
played
the
that
fuck?
game and didn't encounter bugs.
Yeah.
Like, ever. So,
No,
but it was
I did.
weird, one of those things where it's like, I don't know why, Bethesda is like the only studio where they didn't update the engine for years and nobody gave a fuck.
Yeah.
And they didn't fix their engine and nobody gave a fuck. And we all were just like, yay, more Fallout. And I'm just as guilty. I was hyped as fuck for Fallout 4 and then disappointed as fuck.
Yeah, same.
But then Fallout 76, my God,
Yeah.
they took it to the next level. Fallout 76 looks worse than Fallout 4.
Yeah. Oh, by a
Like
country mile.
horrendous. Like fucking horrendous.
I love the Fallout series. I've been playing Fallout since the first Fallout on
God,
PC. Like, I love Fallout. Fallout 2 is probably my favourite game of all time.
Yeah.
I even enjoyed Fallout 3.
Yeah.
Fallout New Vegas. I played like Brotherhood of Steel, the Fallout Tactics, like all the spin-offs.
Yeah.
I played Fallout 4. Yeah, it was alright. It wasn't great.
Yeah.
Fallout 76, I played the beta, and no.
No. Yeah, terrible.
And I like that kind of game. I like survival games. I love Conan Exiles.
Yeah.
Like,
I tried. And I thought I was trying to convince you to get it. Like, I'm sure. Like,
it was you
I
who
was
convinced
just
me
like-
to pre-order it to
I
get the
was
beta,
just-
and then I cancelled.
I
my
was just
pre-order.
like, come on, we'll play it. Because I was thinking, like, here's the one for me. Like, because obviously, like, you really like survival games, and you were trying to get us into them. I'm just like, nah, it's not for me. And I'm like, it's first-person shooting, and I do like Fallout. I was like, think this is the one for me. Like, come on, guys, we're gonna do this. You know what I mean? And then I played it, and I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
You can't shoot on that
No,
game.
it's
Like,
not
I'm
good.
not saying it's not better now, but like, because I haven't played it in a long time, it is. Well,
It's on a
it might
free
not,
weekend,
Yeah,
I
it's on
think,
a
at the
free
minute.
weekend. It might still be on when this comes out. It might not. I don't know. But yeah, it's been free to play. But
Yeah.
the other thing they announced obviously is they're doing a fucking battle royale.
Yeah. Which I've seen gameplay of.
Yeah, so I watched Shroud play it,
Yeah, same. Probably saw the same video.
and it was
Nice. Battle Royale in an engine that's crap.
it's so funny that they stole the Firestorm from Battlefield.
Yeah.
That is literally Battlefield's Firestorm. What the one thing I do like, but I usually hate it in general, but it looked fine in the gameplay I saw was obviously being AI in the world, monsters and stuff. Normally I fucking hate that. I hate usually PvP with fucking AI there. But the gun seemed to scale nicely to doing damage, so it wasn't like anything seemed to be too tanky. You seemed to be able to kill any beast in like under 5 shots.
and you get loot
things
from
like
the
that.
beasts as well.
So I thought
they're
that was
loot
fine.
boxes in
You
the
know what
world.
I mean? Did you ever see Fear the Wolves? Like that was a battle royale game that was kickstarted, and it was from the team who made Stalker.
Yes.
And they were doing it, and it really reminded us of that. Where it was like visually, in terms of like the concept, like that looks good, and the whole like idea of like the wolves chasing and stuff, that's good. But it just looked janky as fuck. And it ran janky as fuck on every video I've ever seen of it. Still to this day, it still looks janky as fuck. And that's what it looks like. It's just like, okay, I didn't want Battle Royale in Fallout, but it looked alright.
Yeah.
But the game just is broken.
Yeah.
If the game worked, maybe.
Yeah, I'd like Battle Royale on that engine. Not when there's other Battle Royales out there that
just do it so much better.
do it better. Like,
just so much better.
if you're going to throw your hat into the Battle Royale ring,
Yeah.
make sure you bring in something good, because you're going up against like the originator.
Especially that it's not going to be
PUBG.
free to play, because
Yeah, well,
you
that's
have to
the
pay to play Fallout 76.
Like, you've got like Fortnite, Apex Legends, PUBG. Like,
if you broke that off and it was, here's Nuclear Wasteland, it's called, I think. Is it Nuclear Winter.
Nuclear Winter, yeah.
If they're like, here's Nuclear Winter and it's its own separate download,
standalone,
and
yeah.
I understand that completely. Like, don't get us wrong, I understand that games cost money to make, but unfortunately that the Battle Royale genre has become so successful as free to play. People expect it free to play now.
Yeah.
And I expect it. I'm one of
It's
those
become
people.
like the market's getting saturated.
Yeah.
And
if you put a Battle Royale that's not free to play, you're dead.
and if it, yeah.
Instantly dead.
Yeah,
in
like,
the water on you. There's just
I mean,
no
look
two
at
ways
the
about it.
top of the Battle Royale pile. You've got PUBG, which is still quite popular.
Fortnite and PUBG,
like,
just their
Fortnite and Apex.
and Apex.
Like,
Underneath that, Battlefield barely hanging on.
yeah, barely hanging on. I still like Battlefield.
I love Battlefield. So
I like
but the
Firestorm.
players aren't there.
No.
They've taken out duos because they said because the queue times are too high in the other modes. It's just like it's hanging on.
Yeah.
That's another one. If it just broke off into its own standalone free to play
Yeah,
mode,
people would play it.
I would buy the on Battlefield they've got skins called Elite Skins, which is just a fictional character that they've made up wearing an outfit. But obviously because it's based in World War II, they have to base it in some sort of realism. So they'll be either on the Axis, which is just the Germans, the Nazis. They just don't want to say Nazis. The Axis, or you've got the British. And you're just like, oh, here's this person, it's Wilhelm, blah, blah, blah. And he's just like a German dude with an eye patch, and he looks badass. But, like, would never buy that in normal multiplayer.
Yeah.
But if Firestorm was free to play on its own, I would buy that as a skin for Firestorm.
Yeah.
Because it looks a bit silly in the World War II game, but it's fine in Battle
Firestorm,
Royale. Because Battle Royale is silly. It's like, it's not a real... you know what I mean? I'd be more on board to play as the chick with the big scar on her face, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
In Firestorm.
No, I would agree.
That's just me, you know what I mean? But like, I'm not paying cosmetics on a game I've already paid full price for.
Yeah, same.
So like Battlefield, that's why I said in the last episode, Battlefield, I would pay for maps in Battlefield rather than.
Yeah.
But at least that, I mean, we'll get to that.
Yeah, we'll get to that one. Get to
maps. So they announced, is it Ghostwire Tokyo, which was another gameplay trailer where you're just like, what the fuck's going on?
what's going on?
So it was a bit like the end, a bit like the end of Avengers, not Endgame, what was the one before that? The
Infinity War.
Infinity War, when everyone disappears. So it was just,
Yeah.
it was like in a mall in somewhere in Tokyo, I would imagine.
Yeah.
I'm dead good at this.
Who'd have think?
And then, but rather than turn to dust, everyone just disappears, but their clothes stay. So all the clothes are
So
just
everyone's
falling.
in an alternative dimension
And
naked.
they're fucking nude.
Sure.
Yeah, that's the dimension I want to be in. That's the DLC.
Yeah,
I'm
imagine
down.
just showing up in that dimension. Me and you sat here and then we're not. We're both like, oh, that's more of you I wanted to see. I wanted to see.
I feel less awkward knowing that you also have a boner. What? What? Moving on.
Yeah, quickly, please.
But yeah, that was just, it was another one where it's like, okay, I've got no idea what that is.
Yeah.
Thanks for nothing.
Yeah, I don't like.
There was a lot of that, and I didn't like it either.
No, I don't like the. I don't know what it is.
It's not that it's never happened every other year, but I feel like it's the majority of what happened this year.
There wasn't a lot of
There wasn't
gameplay
much
shown this
gameplay,
year
yeah.
across everyone, really.
So Bethesda
Yeah.
obviously talked about new content for Age 2, which is, it's good that they're doing more content. So it's called Rise of the Ghost, which is an expansion. There's new vehicles, cheats,
Yeah.
enemy types, guns. Just the standard fare you'd expect. So
Still not played
it's
it,
more
so-
Age 2. Still not played it. Same. Well, we know it's coming to Game Pass probably
Yeah. I
at
would
some
imagine.
point. So
Well, no, it was. I think it was announced,
I'm sure
wasn't
they
it?
announced it. So it's like less than
Like-
6 months or something.
Yeah.
Isn't it? So we'll wait till then.
Yeah. Wait till then.
They also announced, well, they didn't announce, they just talked more about Wolfenstein Youngblood,
Yeah.
which is the co-op game. It's like DLC, essentially, isn't it? So
Yeah, it's like the old Blood.
yeah, it
the
is, yeah. So it's
Wolfenstein
like
one.
a standalone game, but not full price. It's 24
Yeah, and
quid,
it's
I
like
think.
it is DLC essentially.
But it's co-op, which is new to the
Yeah,
series.
that'll
And that
be
could be good, because Wolfenstein has fucking brilliant first-person mechanics.
Yeah.
That's a game I'd like to see PvP in.
Yeah.
I would love PvP in that engine, and people like being able to jib people and dual wield, and
Yeah.
there's not enough violence. I know people always talk about violence in video games, but there actually isn't a lot of PvP games that have a lot of gore or blood in.
Yeah.
Gears is like the last one where it's like a headshot like blows up a head.
Yeah.
Like in Call of Duty games and even Battlefield games, people just fall over.
Yeah.
It's like kids playing like turning their little green soldier and lying it flat on the
Yeah.
table like,
I
nice dead.
remember Call of Duty World at War.
World at War was
Blowing
brilliant. You
legs
could
off
blow
and
legs
stuff.
off and stuff. Is it? I think in the new ones you can jib people. I think, or you can I'm sure there's some way you can blow their legs off, but only
Right.
with explosions.
Okay.
But like gunfire just makes them fall over. The same canned animation. We didn't see anything from Modern Warfare.
No, well, Activision weren't at E3 either.
Strange. Well, it's weird because this is the first time in years that they haven't shown anything by May for the game that's coming out in November, but it's coming out in October because they moved the schedule up
Yeah.
because they're trying not to clash with other big titles. So they're coming out earlier and they haven't shown game. They're later.
They don't
show
need to.
gameplay.
They'll still sell.
They don't need to.
crap
They'll
then.
sell, but it's just weird that they haven't shown. It's a whole new engine though this time.
Yeah.
Which gives me a little hope it might actually be good. I mean, it looks fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
Like they're using what they use for like Battlefield and Battlefront, where they use photogrammetry, where they take pictures and then like place them over objects to make them look better. And it looks superb.
Yeah.
I'm more interested to see though what they do with the actual gameplay mechanics. Are they going to make movement different, and is it going to be more weight based like Battlefield, more realistic? They're saying they're going to put the bullet drop because they put bullet drop in Blackout, but they didn't have obviously their multiplayer mode standard team deathmatch.
Yeah, it doesn't need it in.
But they said they're going to put it in.
But they don't need the maps aren't big enough in.
They don't need it, but they're like obviously it's more weighted recoil and things like that, isn't it? And
yeah. See,
it could be like good. I think like obviously Battlefield, but it's obviously personal preference. I talk about way too much, but like the shooting's unreal. So if they had that kind of shooting in Call of Duty, I'd be there in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Another one that was a trailer and didn't really give you anything was called Deathloop, and it was like a black guy and a black woman killing each other endlessly.
Yeah.
And they're like kind of saying the only way I can stop this is by killing you, and then the other one's like the only way I can keep time not from falling out is by killing you, and it was just like this. It had that kind of art house, grindhouse vibe to it. Where it was like it's a Deathloop in a grindhouse kind of juttery font and everything like that. Like a B-movie style, and it was like
didn't show any gameplay,
anything. It was
don't know what it's going to be. Kind of know what the premise is, but that's it. Like I'll have to wait to see more. Like that seems to be the theme of E3 this year. Is we'll have to wait to see more.
Yeah, I know.
Like
I'm trying to think of it. Like I don't think there was much that was like brand new announced and showed gameplay. It was like the gameplay was kind of stuff you'd already seen gameplay from.
Yeah.
So like Doom Eternal, obviously we got more, but we'd already seen gameplay of Doom Eternal.
Yeah, or like indie games and that type of stuff. You saw a bit of gameplay for.
So for me personally, the most interesting part of Bethesda's conference was they announced a new technology called Orion, which somehow lowers latency for streaming services. So they're saying this is something that they could like sell to Google and to Xbox for their streaming services, or Google Stadia. There was a lot of that actually. There was a lot of games that announced coming to Stadia as well. So Google Stadia and xCloud are their new streaming services. So if you don't know, that's where I know you know, but if you're watching, but if you don't know, that's like where it's going to be the new Netflix of gaming. So you don't need a console in your home. Basically, the console is in a server somewhere. You just connect to your account, and then it relays information. But you need a controller. So, for example, I've got a fucking pad in front of us. I could be playing on this in theory. But we've talked about it before. There's been services like this in the past. PlayStation Now currently exists on PlayStation 4. The latency is horrendous.
Yeah.
There was OnLive, which went under, which was entirely based on that concept of you don't need a console, you just need to stream. But most people don't have the speed for streaming.
Yeah.
Stadia have at least announced their specs in terms of speeds required. And to stream, they reckon people can stream in 4K 60 if you've got 35 meg down.
Yeah.
But that's still not a lot of people have. Like,
no,
in terms of averages in most places, not really.
That's the thing. It's interesting because obviously we'll probably talk about Microsoft, but they're obviously xCloud and stuff. That technology is all there, and they were showing that off at E3.
They were,
There's a lot of people coming out saying this is good. Like
this was interesting because they said it was good, but they were playing them on like a control pad with a phone attached, but the phone was Ethernet cabled in. But they were still saying it was really good.
Do you know why why it was cabled in? Phil Spencer said this was on Giant Bomb, and the reason that they put that connection in is because of Bluetooth connectivity, because the amount of devices that they had, the controllers connecting via Bluetooth, would have just been a nightmare. Yeah. So that connection is literally controller to phone. Yeah. Like it says, with that many devices and Bluetooth, Bluetooth's not the best anyway. Yeah. So he says like that's the only connection that they had, and that, I guess that's fair enough. Like I think using that as because of this, that's not the area where you're going to notice the latency as much. Yeah. It's the phone to the server, the data center.
So I mean, what they were saying about Orion is that'll lower the latency between your input and the actual server, and they're also saying the download times at Stadia, saying it could halve those times. And I don't understand how this technology works because they were so fucking vague about it. They were just like, this is amazing. You're like, but how? Yeah, and like, they didn't say the how, and it blew me mind that they're like, it was kind of like, we've done it, we've clocked it, we've got the answers, and I was like, well, if they've got it, then if they're even half of what they're guaranteeing, then streaming will kill console if what they're talking about works now.
If they're
Because
So
they reckon,
if
like,
what they works, why did Sony go to Microsoft for
Yeah,
xCloud and
exactly.
Azure, then
Yeah,
not
exactly.
Bethesda? Like,
well, the way they're talking about their technology is like you use their technology in the pre-existing data centers. So you'd need xCloud's infrastructure in
Right.
data centers because they're talking about like we're going to sell this to Sony. It was weird because they were talking to not Xbox or Google, but they were kind of saying this is who it's for. It's for your services. We will make your services do what we don't think you're going to be able to do.
yeah, I don't
You know what I mean? But then I also think like, well, maybe they figured that out as well.
Yeah,
So, but it was interesting to me
yeah,
because that was the first time I thought, well, wow, they're talking about 4K streaming for like people who have 10 or less because they were talking about whatever they've done, they've like fixed some gap,
I don't.
and I don't know how that works.
No,
it
I
just like
don't know.
blows my mind. So,
We'll have to wait.
if
and
they
see.
fix that, yeah. If not, how are we doing for time? Because I really don't want it to be a 4-year podcast.
Yeah, we're on an hour 20.
I mean, we've still got Xbox, which is arguably our biggest one. Should we break that off into a separate podcast, or do you want to keep going?
We've got what? We've got Xbox, EA still,
Oh, still
Nintendo.
got EA as well. We've got Nintendo. Yeah. Let's break it off. We'll do a 2-parter.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
So thanks very much for watching episode 2 of Play 2 podcast. I like to think there, because I'm one of the players that's kind of the accountant. And
Yeah, you're not
we
gonna
are
lie.
available on iTunes.
Yep.
If you want to see, we are available on YouTube. If you're already watching, thanks for watching. Sorry about our faces.
Yeah.
Can't do much about that. That's not just the lighting, unfortunately. Hopefully we'll be on Spotify in 3 more episodes.
I think so, yeah.
3 more
Hopefully.
episodes. We're also available on Podbean.
Yes.
So just like search like Player 2 podcast in places. And thanks very much for watching. Cheers.
Yeah. Right.